Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. So, I was playing a little bit of close quarter battles the other day and noticed that SMGs are still super effective and have basically zero recoil, or at least very little. And I really questioned the amount of times I felt like I should not have been able to miss so many shots and still get the kill. Or that I was putting out way too much damage for how far away my target was. I mean, look at this. I'm challenging an MG with a gun that has the second highest recoil out of all the SMGs. My idea of what an SMG can do is of course high damage output in close fights, like in this clip here. But at longer ranges, the recoil will negate your effective damage output, and there should also be a very noticeable damage falloff at further distances. So I tried to play a few large-scale battles to see what my trusty SMG can do for me. And at first I saw what I expected. I am very effective whenever I can challenge one or multiple enemies at close range. But I was still curious how far I could take it with how little recoil SMGs have. So I hopped into the firing range to compare different gun types and see if SMGs really are too strong or if it was just me getting lucky with my shots. First I tried the SCW-10 I was currently leveling, and even though this thing only has 16 shots without an extended mag and I think has the second highest recoil of all the SMGs, this is way too effective at long range fights. Next up I tried the meta gun, the M4A1, which felt amazing with how accurate and stable it is, and I could easily get all targets with it. I feel like SMGs aren't quite as good as this one, but still they are way too powerful for what they are, at least in my opinion. Anyways, I also tried to see if there are any movement penalties like increased bloom or recoil after sprinting, but couldn't really feel any of that. Now, the M433 is actually worse than any SMG at the moment, at least for me. I would rather pick up a low ammo SMG than this thing, as it has way harder to control recoil and doesn't really do anything better. If I'm missing something here, please let me know. At least the horrible bloom after sprinting seems to be fixed, but still, that I would rather pick up an SMG says a lot about the weapon balance at the moment, I think. Moving on to one of the best guns you can pick right now, the SGX. This thing has basically zero recoil, a gigantic magazine, and all the range you need. Which, again, I'm not a fan of, but this is just where the weapon meta is at right now, I guess. I think to nerf SMGs a little further, they should lower the accuracy a little bit and make the recoil harder to control. That way, they could still be effective at close range because of the fire rate, but not at long distances. But of course, this would not be an honest video if I didn't put the money where my mouth is, so I tried the SCW in a large-scale battle, and oh boy, I pretty much held back all their efforts to push A all by myself. And not only by forcing close-range battles, I even challenged snipers with this. As fun as it sounds, I think that a Battlefield noob with nothing but solid aim could play like this is the result of 1. Maps that are still too small and congested in some areas, and 2. That SMGs obviously are way too strong. So if you want to have some fun, play the SCW or the SGX, regardless of what mode, and enjoy dominating those pesky snipers. Oh, and make sure to play support. With those barriers and self-heal, you can drag out fights, and once they get impatient, people will run at you and make them even easier targets to mow down. I hope this video was somewhat helpful, or at least made you aware of how good some guns are right now. I'll see you next time. Bye!